So if that wasn't enough for you, now we have the main event here: Saya Kamitani versus Natsupoi. I was amped up for this one. I thought, this is going to be the match of the night. It was so close to being the match of the night for me. It was so good. When you watched it and just the sheer amount of craziness that they delivered in this, it was awesome. And I mean, for example, so early in the match, Natsupoi hit a German suplex on the apron to Saya Kamitani. You would almost forget it because of what came after, but that was great. That was fantastic. Oh, man, they were just trading back and forth. And the beauty of this one, and I like to say the beauty a lot because that's really what great professional wrestling is. It can be beautiful in a sense. It's that these two made a match that didn't have that rivalry edge. It really didn't. It just had, okay, these are two really good wrestlers going to go contend for a title. By the end, you thought, oh my God, these two hate each other. They don't, but you thought about it. And Natsupoi, she deserves so much credit because every opportunity she gets, she never fails to deliver. She never fails. She always not only lives up, but exceeds those expectations. She did it again here. I thought this match was better than her match with Tam Nakano last year for the title. I thought this, it was just so good. She hit an SOS, the move that Kofi Kingston does, where she has hit she had Saya trapped and they did a flip of sorts. It was really cool. It was just so cool. To continue though, not just on that topic, there was this insane spot where this was probably early in the match, honestly, but Natsupoi went for the German off the top rope. Well, she was on the second rope. Saya was on the top rope. And Saya did a complete 360 onto her feet, very reminiscent of the Ricochet Kota Ibushi spot from years ago. It was perfect because Saya did this cool look back where she's like, yeah, I just did that, bitch. Eventually, Natsupoi would hit that German from the top rope and absolutely folded Saya Kamitani, but it was cool that she was able to get through it once. The fairy blink, this was the spot of the match. Natsupoi out of nowhere pulls out the fairy blink. 1, 2, 2.999999 kick out. We got to be honest here. I have no clue if Saya actually kicked out in time. I don't know. I'm not sure she did, but what a near fall. I really thought Natsupoi was the new champion. Got a little hyped. The match would end with a Star Crusher and Phoenix Splash for the win. Just some amazing professional wrestling. Really, really amazing because you had just two wrestlers that wanted it all. They wanted every part of this to work, and it did. It really did. What a main event. Saya Kamitani lives up to every single challenge they give her. First main event delivered. Every single match. And after the match, she got gutsy. She made the ultimate challenges. Utami Hayashishita, Tam Nakano, those are her matches at Stardom World Climax. Yeah. What a great two matches. So like I said, we'll talk about the Stardom World Climax card here and what it looks like. Of course, we'll preview it in a couple weeks. But as it stands, night one, known as The Best, Shuri will defend the World of Stardom Championship against Julia. Saya Kamitani will defend the Wonder of Stardom Championship against Utami Hayashishita. And Mayu Iwatani will team up with Kairi to face Unagi Sayaka and Tam Nakano. They have not officially announced the tag team match that we got teased by Momo or the future of Stardom title matches, so I will hold off on those for now until we do get official word. Same with the Prominence match, which will probably happen on day 2. We have not got official word on that either. Day 2, the top. Shuri or Julia defends against Mayu Iwatani. Saya Kamitani or Utami Hayashishita defends against Tam Nakano. And yes, in her grand singles match return, Kairi will go 1-on-1 with Starlight Kid. What a show. What a match. I mean, I was going to say what a match that's going to be, but what a match all these matches are going to be.
Hey, y'all, this is Double G from the Fight Game Media Network. I wanted to tell you about our new series of combat sports podcasts on our free and Patreon tiers. Let's talk about all the shows on our free Fight Game Media Network feed. We have The Wrap, hosted by Keela Cash, which covers the week in WWE. The Boom, hosted by James McDaniel and Kevin Eli, on all things AEW wrestling. For MMA fans, we have In the Clinch, hosted by Paul Fontaine and Ryan Frederick. Boxing fans will love Pound for Pound, hosted by Carlos Toro and Robert Silva. Write That Down is our Japanese wrestling history show with Justin Nipper and the legendary Fumi Saito. And finally, our weekend show by John LaRocca called Take It Home. And now let's talk about our Patreon, the newly branded Fight Game Media Network Plus. We have our 1997 Raw review version of the Fight Game podcast, hosted by myself and John LaRocca. Paul Fontaine and Jeff Hawkins host the Dynamite Show, which goes up every Wednesday night after AEW Dynamite is done. On Fridays, we have 2 shows that drop. The first is the full version of Brace for Impact, hosted by Mike Gilbert and JD Oliva, all on Impact Wrestling. That is the full version, which is on the Patreon. They also have a free feed of their Impact Wrestling review portion of the show, and you can find that wherever podcasts are found, searching for Brace for Impact. And lastly, on the Patreon, the 5 Star Joshi Show, hosted by Scott Edwards. My video show, Observe This, is on our YouTube channel, but you'll be able to hear the audio version of it on the Patreon. We also have pay-per-view recaps as well as monthly bonus content from every podcast in our free network tier. And lastly, a Q&A with Dave Meltzer. All of that is for $5 a month. You can find all the links of where to hear our shows in the description of this video. Support the Fight Game Media Network by subscribing to our free network and Brace for Impact feeds. And please, please, please rate us 5 stars. And please check out our Patreon as well. Thanks for watching.